All right, here's some good questions on logarithms, graphs, and otherwise. This first question is having us find the log base 5 of 30. They tell us to use the change of base formula, and the change of base formula says this: the log of any base, whatever, of y is the same as the log base 10 of y divided by the log base 10 of x. And I use 10 here just because my calculator has that. But I could also use base e because my calculator has that. So that's the formula. So I could then say this is log base 10 of 30 divided by log base 10 of 5. Notice I can't divide the 30 by 5 because I'm taking the logarithm of them. But now I could just do that on my calculator. So let me fire up decimals here. And so I could go log, where's my log? Log, that's base 10 if it's not written, of 30, close my bracket, divided by log base 10 of 5. So it comes out to 2.11. Now, our decimals actually has a base 5 in it. So we used to ask this question because our calculators didn't have a base, a variable base, but our new ones do. It's that button right there. So I can type in the log base 5 of 30, and notice it gives me the exact same answer. Anyway, that's the change of base rule. Okay, the next graph looks like when you were doing that, like the graph looks almost identical, eh? I remember this question though. When you go in the settings, they'll have settings over here and they'll say vertical translation and horizontal and vertical stretch and horizontal stretch, or whatever those are. But at the bottom, there's a base thing. And you have to make sure you change the base to what they have in the equation. I think, like it's a base 2, or I'm not sure, but I think that that's the only problem that you have there, because it looks like you shifted it to the right and you shifted it down. But I think it's just that base in there. Try that one again and let me know if that's the problem. The next question says to graph this, and I wonder if it's the same kind of question. So when I look at this 4 means that I have to go 4 right, and inside the brackets is opposite to what you think. Outside the brackets is what you think. So this one would be down 6, and it looks like you went 4 and you went down 6. So you're in the right ballpark. And then this 1/4 out front is the squish me. So it's outside the bracket, so it's what you think. So instead of being the normal height, it would be squished by a factor of 1/4. Okay, so is that what you have? So down 6, 4 to the right, and shrink it vertically by a factor of 1/4. Yeah. And then they ask here at the end the domain of the function. So the domain is all of the x values that are possible on this graph. So when I look at it, I come this way. All these x values here aren't on the graph. They only get there when you come up to the 4. And I don't think they quite reach the 4. If you're to zoom in, I don't think they actually reach the 4. And we'll see mathematically in a second why they can't be exactly 4. Anyway, but it looks like once I hit 4, then everything from here this way, that's a domain. So it looks like there's x values for the graph for those numbers. So I would say the domain are all the x's as long as x is an element of the real numbers and x is greater than 4. Now let's explore why it's greater than. Well, I was going to put a line under there. And not greater than or equal to. Whoops, there. So if you were mathematically, take a look at that function, and I just want to zero in on one part. So f of x is equal to something, and then they have log of x minus 4, and there's other stuff here. But the critical thing is right there. So if I were to put in an x value of 4 there, I'd get log of 4 minus 4. if you do this on your calculator, if you do this on your calculator, it'll be log of 0. And if you do that, you'll get undefined, or it'll say this is bad or something like that. But this is undefined. So therefore, x has to be everything greater than 4. So if you were to put 4.1 in there, 4.1 minus 4 is 0.1, and the log of 0.1, you do get an answer for that, -1 or whatever it is. But you do get an answer for that. Okay, so that's the domain. Hopefully that helps you with those 3 questions. Looks like you're doing lots of logs. Feel free to text me anytime and I can help you out with any other questions. I'll try and be a little bit quicker next time.